And he'll make the catch for out number one. So Elijah Jackson now 1 for 3 here today. 3 for 7 in this series. As there's one away for Evan Scavato. Black Bears trying to salvage a game here in this series after Ben was able to hold on in each of the first 2 games. Able to come back on Friday. As the first pitch to Scavato, he's swinging. A soft tapper up the middle, and it's through for a base hit. Evan Scavato now picks up another multi-hit game, now his 7th on the year, as he's on with 1 gone here in the top of the 6th. Scavato, the sophomore, has been seeing the ball well. He's now 10 for his last 22 at the plate, as they'll bring in Paul Myro with 1 out. And a runner at first as Hardman back working down the stretch. Only the 4th hit given up today by Ryan Hardman, but the Black Bears trail 2-1. Good lead over at first for Scavato as Hardman comes set. First pitch to Myro is a front door curveball that drops in on the inner half for strike number 1 to Myro. Scavato 6 for 7 on stolen bases this year. Let's see if he's going to test the arm of Aaron Parker. Myro today. He's 0 for 2, a double play that he grounded into in the first, and a line out to Brock Bozette, who robbed him of a base knock. Hardman with the quick look over at first. The throw almost gets away, but John Olson with the acrobatic catch. Myro, so far in this series, now 2 for 8. Picked up his 3rd multi-hit game of the year back on Friday. Following it up with an 0 for 3 yesterday with the pair of walks. A 1. Slider ripped through the left side for a base hit. Paul Myro now picks up his 3rd hit in this series. As 2 runners have gotten on in a row here on 2 base knocks, as there will be 2 runners on for the dangerous Wilson Weber. Myro somehow able to take the outside slider and rip it through the left side. As that'll bring up Wilson Weber here in this series. A home run to his credit with a couple of RBIs, but today 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. Runners on first and second with 1 gone here in the top of the 6th inning. Hardman, the right-hander, comes set at the chest. The first pitch. Fastball just misses down and away. Looked like a good spot to live at if you're Ryan Hardman. Aaron Parker asking home plate umpire Nick Hudlow where that one was. But Weber now ahead in the count, 1-0. A redshirt freshman from Gresham, Oregon. Coming here today, leading the team in average at 407, the 1-0. Hardman misses down and away once again, as it's now 2-0. Scavato on second, Myro over at first. He got speed on the base pass wherever you look. Scavato 6 for 7, Myro 8 for 8 on stolen bases. 2-0. Fastball, tap foul at the 3rd base line as the count moves to 2-1. Weber has an RBI in all but 1 game here this year. Has 11 so far this season. Coming in today on a 6-game hit streak. The former Cowlitz Black Bear played for the Black Bears last summer, playing 25 games. Only had 2 plate appearances at Oregon State this past spring. 2-1. He taps a changeup straight back as the count's even at 2-2. Nice pitch there by Hardman, going with the soft stuff away. As Weber will now have to protect. Struck out once yesterday. Only his 4th time on the season. Big pitch here from Hardman. So he tries to navigate through 6 innings. 2-2. Fastball, got him looking on the outside corner for strike number 3. Nick Hudlow rings up Wilson Weber on the fastball that dots the outer black, as there's now 2 away for Brady Casper. Well, here we go. Almost the same situation that we had last night in the top of the 6th inning. 2 on with 2 gone, and Brady Casper coming to the plate. And he deposited the ball over the right field wall, going 370 feet against Raul Harada. 2 outs and 2 on. First pitch, Casper fouls it off down the left field line. It's 0-1. Casper 0 for 2 here today. A ground out back in the second, then reached on an error an inning ago and came in to score. The go-ahead run for the Elks, trying to finish off the series sweep here against the Black Bears. Cowlitz trying to salvage a win before they head to Canada for 6 games starting on Tuesday in Victoria. Hartman will now spin off towards second to keep the runner Scavano honest out there. 2 outs. The Black Bears trailing 2-1 here in the top of the 6th.
Ready to work. Stop in at the Grown Man's Candy Store and test drive a Coyote tractor today.
Cowlitz River Rigging.
1540 Industrial Way in Longview.
Depend on us.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Black Bears trailing 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Story Field. The Black Bears will have 3, 4, and 5 coming to the plate. Ben Ziegler, Nick Hovland, and John Olson. Decker Stedman back out. He has retired the last 12 that he's faced, as Ben Ziegler will look to end that stretch. As the Black Bears trailing 2-1. They have not picked up a hit since the 2nd inning. They've left 4 runners on base here today. Grounded into a double play back in the first, and then a fly out with 2 runners in scoring position in the second. First pitch to Ziegler is a breaking ball that misses just low. As the count moves to 1-0 here to Ziegler, 1 for 2. Single back in the first, and then a ground out to Paul Myro in the third. 1-0. Fastball misses just downstairs. 2-0 now the count after 2 good takes from Ziegler. Now 6 for 11. Here against the Elks this weekend. 2-0 pitch. Fastball rips this one into left center. On the run is Casper. He's going to leap it. He's not going to make the catch as this one bounces up against the wall. Ziegler heading for second, and he will be in there standing with this 3rd 2-bagger on the year as the leadoff man is in scoring position here for the Black Bears, trailing by 1 in the bottom of the 6th. Nice piece by Ziegler, who rips that ball into the left center gap, going the other way with it. And now a big opportunity for the Black Bears here to try to tie this one up or maybe even take the lead. Ziegler now picks up his 7th multi-hit game here this year. As a multi-hit game in every game here this series as he continues to swing a hot bat after a slow start here in Longview. Here's Nick Hovland with the RBI opportunity. He has 5 here this weekend. Lefty on righty matchup, first pitch. Hovland takes a breaking ball that drops in for strike number 1. Black Bears end the streak of 12 retired in a row by Decker Stedman, who really settled in after a shaky first 2 innings. Here comes the 0-1. Slider, Hovland gets under this one, sends it in foul territory on the left side, and this one's going to fall harmlessly out of play, and it's 0-2. So Hovland will now have to protect 0 for 1 today. A walk and a strikeout for the Washington Husky. Picking up a pair of multi-RBI games here this weekend. Had 3 back on Friday and 2 last night. 0-2. Fastball, he's able to lay off the high heater as a count back to 1-2. Hovland has reached base in his last 7. Trying to extend his hit streak to 6 games. Stedman comes set, the 1-2. The fastball in the dirt, and a nice block by Isaiah Burke. He's able to keep that one in front of him as it bounces a few feet in front of home plate. Now the count back to even at 2-2. John Olson, the Black Bears first baseman, on deck. Stedman working from the third base side. The 2-2 got him swinging. Hovland way out in front of the breaking ball there from Stedman, who picks up only strikeout number 3 here today, as there's 1 gone for John Olson. Hovland sitting fastball not able to sit back on it. Now there's one away. Ziegler still on second with the Black Bears still trailing 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Olsen digs in from the right side, 0 for 2 here today. It's the first pitch he sees. He takes a breaking ball on the inside corner at the knees for strike number 1. That slider, trying to go to the back foot from Decker Stedman, has been effective against right-handed hitters here today. Stedman takes a look back at second, the 0-1, and Olsen fouls it off down the right field line. It's quickly 0-2. Olsen, 10 RBIs here this year. Trying to add to that tally. 0 for 4 here this weekend so far. After he grounded into a 6-3 double play in the first and struck out looking. The 0-2 fastball downstairs. It's Olsen back in the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch number now 94 coming up from Decker Stedman. As a right-hander warming up out in the right field bullpen for the Bend Elks. So Olsen with the RBI opportunity. Ben Ziegler standing on second after a leadoff double that he ripped into left center. Olsen 3 for his last 15 at the plate. Trying to push one through and trying to tie this game up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. He's had a couple of deep at-bats here today. So he awaits the 1-2. Here it is. Fastball liner down the first base line for a base hit. Rounding third and scoring easily is Ziegler as Olsen digs for second, and he'll be in there with a sliding double. Now the throw comes in and will go all the way up the line, but John Olsen will stick at second as he picks up the RBI double, RBI number 11 on the year, and we're tied up at 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. John Olsen being able to go the other way and rip it down the first base line as he pulls into second now with his second double in the year. As we are tied up at 2, and that'll bring out Danny Sales, the pitching coach for Bend. So the Elks letting Stedman go here today as the right-hander continues to warm down the right field line. Tied up at 2 as the Black Bears able to answer. And still not done yet. Big hit there for Olsen. Being able to find it through the right side. As now Aaron Parker with the chance to give the Black Bears their first lead of the afternoon. Aaron Parker awaits the Black Bears trying to salvage the game here on Sunday as Decker Stedman trying to get through 6 innings, that is, of 2-run baseball, much like the Black Bears starter here today, Ryan Hardman. So here's Aaron Parker with 1 out, and John Olsen on at second. Tied up at 2 as we're back at square one here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Parker 1 for 2 here today. A single back in the second, followed up by a fly out to left. Lefty on righty matchup as Stedman comes set. The first pitch. Parker up the middle for a base hit into left center. Olsen will score as Aaron Parker picks up his 3rd RBI as a Black Bear as he brings in John Olsen, and his Cowlitz has their first lead of the afternoon. It's 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th. It was only a matter of time for Aaron Parker to start finding at the plate, and he is seeing the ball well here this afternoon. Now 2 for 3, picking up his first multi-hit game, and that looks like it's going to be the day for Decker Stedman, who's going to depart this game with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Black Bears lead 3-2 with a runner over at first and 2 runs already in. We'll step aside. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
Call the guard, that's Weather Guard.
Call the guard, that's Weather Guard.
When it rains cats in St. Bernard.
When it rains cats in St. Bernard.
We'll keep you dry in the rain or snow.
We'll keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
577-7200.
If you need a roof, don't look too hard.
If you need a roof, don't look too hard.
Just call the guard, that's Weather Guard.
Just call the guard, that's Weather Guard.
Just call the guard, that's Weather Guard.
Weather Guard!
The Cowlitz Black Bears are back and ready for you at Story Field. It's another summer of family-friendly fun. Plus, the Black Bears can host your birthday party, after-work get-together, or even your nonprofit can host a night and make extra money for your organization. Create a summer of great family memories with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Don't miss a single inning of Cowlitz Black Bears baseball with special events all summer long. See the schedule online, get tickets at the gate, or right now at cowlitz.com.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather Guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard!
Hi, it's Jess and Bobby checking in from the Grown Man's Candy Store. I'm sure we can all agree.
Black Bears with the lead now, up 3-2 in the bottom of the sixth inning. As Decker Stedman's afternoon is done. 5 1/3, 7 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. His partial line has given up 3 runs and is responsible for Aaron Parker over at first. As the new arm into the game from Mount Hood Community College, making his 7th appearance, Wally Averett, 0-2 on the year with going 12 innings with a 4.50 ERA. 3 walks to 9 strikeouts, giving up 16 hits over his 12 innings. Last time he threw was back on Wednesday in the 10-6 loss against Yakima Valley, won an inning and 2/3. 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned with 1 walk to 2 strikeouts. First to greet him is Brock Bozette with a runner over at first and 2 runs already in here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch, Bozette swinging as he fouls it off down the right field line. So he's down in the count 0-1. It was a leadoff double from Ben Ziegler, and then a double by John Olson down the right field line. Trading places with the center fielder, then Aaron Parker with an RBI single to give the Black Bears the 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses high and in, counts even at a ball and a strike. Averett this past year at Mount Hood at 3.97 ERA over 15 appearances. Made 4 starts as well, went 2-1 over 45 1/3 innings. 15 walks to 34 strikeouts. 1-1. Slider hit sharply, just foul down the third base line. Nick Hudlow making the call. He looked to be right on it. Unlucky there for Brock Bozette, as now it's quickly 1-2. Bozette, 0 for 2 here today. A fly out to right in his first plate appearance and popped up a bunt right on home plate that Isaiah Burke, the catcher, was able to make the catch. Black Bears lead for the 2nd time this series, did not lead yesterday. As Bozette has to protect down 1-2. Averett's pitch, changeup, misses outside, and the count's even at 2-2. Averett only gave up 1 run against Yakima Valley back on Wednesday. Went 1 shutout inning, striking out 1 back on Tuesday against the Pippins. 2-2. Slider, soft liner, going to get down into right field for a base hit. Brock Bozette able to stay on that baseball long enough as he just flares one into right as he's on for the first time today, and it'll be 2-on for Nick Miller. Bozette extending his hit streak now to 7 games for the future Gonzaga Bulldog. So Nick Miller with a chance to get the Black Bears some insurance, leading 3-2 here in the bottom of the 6th with 1 out and runners on first and second. Got Parker out on second, Bozette over at first with Nick Miller at the plate. 0 for 1 today. The first pitch he sees, he's swinging. He's off the end of the bat, right to the first baseman, Delosier. He's going to step on the bag, and that's going to be his only play as it's the same effect as a bunt for Nick Miller, moving both runners up 90 feet. Now it'll be 2 in scoring position for Ethan Stacy. Miller not expecting a heater on the first pitch. Averett with the slider. Miller got it off the end of his barrel. As now Ethan Stacy digs in 1 for 2 with an RBI today. So he's looking for his third multi-RBI game. Averett working out of the windup as the big righty ready rocks and fires. First pitch. Stacy takes a breaking ball down and away for ball number 1. Stacy with 8 RBIs here this season for the Sydney, Australia native. The 1-0. Another curveball. This one a little too far outside. Stacy in a good hitter's count, up 2-0 now. Black Bears looking to salvage a win here before heading to Canada on Tuesday. 2-0. Fastball. Stacy out in front of it as he rolls it over foul at the first base line. The Black Bears, after playing 9 of their last 12 here at Story Field, they're ready to go on a 9-game road trip starting in Victoria on Tuesday. Then they'll be in Kamloops for the weekend. The 2-1. Curveball. This one catches the outside corner. It's 2-2. And then following the Canada swing, starting July 5th, Black Bears will face off against the Portland Pickles. About an hour south from where we are here in Longview. Here comes the 2-2. Fastball in the dirt. Nice block by Burt, keeping it in front of him. As the count is now full to Ethan Stacy. Sam Canton is on deck. First base is open here in the bottom of the 6th inning, but the Black Bears already have 2 in. Payoff pitch. Curveball misses outside for ball number 4, and the bases are loaded for Sam Canton. Tough break there from Averett. Wasn't a bad pitch, just a little too far outside. And now a chance for Sam Canton. 2 outs and the bases full of Black Bears. First pitch. The curveball, this one on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Canton 0 for 3 today. A pop out, a ground out, and a fly out on his line. Hitting right around 300 here over 17 games. Averett working from the windup, the 0-1. Another curveball popped up into shallow left field. Coming in is Nick Schnapp. He'll make the catch, and the side is retired. But the Black Bears, they're able to take their first lead of the afternoon. They're able to score 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Doing it on 4 hits, no errors, but they leave the bases loaded. We head to the 7th here at Story Field. The Black Bears leading 3-2. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
Agree that Mother Nature has been a little unpredictable this year.
To say the least, but one thing you can predict is steel's power and reliability.
At Cowlitz River Rigging, we carry a wide variety of superior steel, gas, and battery-powered equipment to get all your jobs done.
Cowlitz River Rigging.
1540 Industrial Way in Longview.
Depend on us.
Your Cowlitz Black Bears are back at Story Field this summer. Get out and join your neighbors for family-friendly fun. A Black Bears baseball game is a perfect reason to meet with friends and coworkers. Black Bears baseball is made possible by Peace Health, Fiber Federal Credit Union, Pacific Tech Construction, Bob's Sporting Goods, McDonald's in Longview and Woodland, and the Bud Clary Auto Group. Don't miss a single inning of Black Bears baseball. Tickets at the gate or right now at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
It's baseball season, and Peace Health is excited to return as a sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears as they vie for the Western League Championship. Black Bears games make a great family event. Bring the whole crew to the ballpark for fresh air, sunshine, fun, friends, and all the thrills of Black Bears baseball. As the largest health provider in Cowlitz County, Peace Health is ready to step up to the plate and keep your family in the game, whether it's a routine appointment or specialty or emergency care. Peace Health and the Cowlitz Black Bears, 2 great teams.
Black Bears lead for the first time today as Ryan Hardman's afternoon is done. He leaves in line for the victory after going 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, no walks, and 3 strikeouts for the Utah Tech Trailblazer, as now he gives way to Skylar Manelski, making his team-leading 12th appearance on the year, 0-2 with a 7.04 ERA. So he making his second appearance here this weekend, through an inning and a third, 1 hit, 1 run that was earned, with a strikeout back on Friday, as he will deal with Riley Casper to lead things off. Righty-on-righty matchup. First pitch is a fastball that dots the outside corner from the sidewinder. It's 0-1. Manelski has given up a run in his last 4 outings. Got some unlucky breaks with some high choppers. The 0-1. Cut on and miss. It's quickly 0-2. Manelski gave up 1 run back against Bend, gave up 1 run against Edmonton, picked up the loss in his last 2 appearances. 15 1/3 innings for the Linfield College product. The 0-2. Fastball just misses down and away. A good spot there from Manelski, but the count moves to 1-2 to Casper. 1 for 2 this afternoon. A ground out to John Olson in the second, and then a single back in the 5th. 1-2. Fastball ripped, but right to the first baseman, Olson, who gloves it. He'll take it to the bag himself. As Riley Casper now 1 for 3 this afternoon. Spanelski gets out number 1 here as the Black Bears are in search of the shutdown inning here in the bottom of the 7th inning. As that will bring up Nick Schnapp with 1 out and nobody on. 0 for 1 today. Sacrifice fly back in the 5th. That gave the Elks the 2-1 lead at the time. Manelski comes set. The first pitch. It's a fastball in the outer half for strike number 1. Schnapp picking up RBI number 11. Now he's tied with Wilson Weber on the Elks. 0-1. He shows bunt, but pulls it back as this one's yanked down and away. Counts even, and a ball and a strike to the Ventura College Pirate. Hitting .303 here this year. A pair of doubles, a home run, and 11 RBIs. 10 walks to 12 strikeouts. The pitch. He shows bunt, drops it down. Parker coming out of his crouch, fires a laser down to first for out number 2. Parker ended up almost running over Manelski, but the gaucho behind the plate showing off the athleticism in the arm as he got it, spun, and fired it down to Olson for out number 2. Parker has flashed the strong arm here this year, as now they're bringing Caden Delozier with 2 outs and nobody on. Delozier 0 for 2. Here in his first appearance this weekend, first pitch, he fouls it right off of the glove of Aaron Parker. It's 0-1. Delozier, the sophomore from Lynn Benton. Ground out in the 3rd, followed up by a strikeout. One of the 3 strikeout victims here today for Ryan Hardman. Gives the Black Bears another quality start. Manelski set, the 0-1. This is well outside, counts even in a ball and a strike. Delozier hitless over his last 2 games. 2 for 15 in his last 5. Open stance from the left side, the pitch. Fastball just misses outside as Delozier in a plus count now, up 2-1. Black Bears with 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. John Olson an RBI double, as well as Aaron Parker, the catcher, with an RBI single to 2-1. Delozier sends it back to the screen. Counts even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Black Bears, they led in game number 1. Heading into the final 3 innings, they led 7-5, but then 2 runs in the top of the 7th for the Elks tied it up, and then 1 run in the top of the 9th. Gave the Elks the 9-8 victory. The pitch, fastball off the end of the bat over to Bozette at short. The glove, the throw on the run, a little high, but Olson able to go up and make the snag for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 shutdown inning for Skylar Manelski here in the top of the 7th inning, as it's time to stretch here on Sunday afternoon at Story Field. The Black Bears leading 3-2. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
I'm all about keeping my family driving safe. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So I insist we choose Les Schwab tires for safety services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Stuff those cheap tire centers don't offer. Because I want a backseat drive with confidence. Dad, speed check.
Hit the road safely with Les Schwab and save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
It's coyote season here at Cowlitz River Rigging. You might be asking yourself, what does that mean?
It means haying, cutting, mowing, moving, plowing, sowing, pushing, pulling, digging, ripping, tilling, towing season.
Coyote tractors are fuel efficient, rugged, and ready to work.
Stop in at the Grown Man's Candy Store and test drive a Coyote tractor today.
Cowlitz River Rigging.
1540 Industrial Way in Longview.
Depend on us.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Here.
Skylar Manowski fires a shutdown inning in the top of the 7th. Halverson, Ziegler, and Hovland against the right-hander Averett. The first pitch to Halverson misses down and away for ball number 1. As the Black Bears lead 3-2. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning here in game number 3 this weekend, the 1-0. Fastball, high chopper up the first baseline and foul on the check swing from Halverson. Counts even at 1-1. Wally Averett out for his first full inning of work as Decker Stedman, his final line, 5 1/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts, the 1-1. Halverson goes the other way at the slider, high in the air to right center. This one carrying, going back is Casper, going to slide, and he makes the catch. What a snag by Brady Casper in right center, sliding feet first into the wall right in front of the Fiber Family Wednesday sign as he robs extra bases from Cal and Halverson. Wow, what a catch. Brady Casper had a good weekend with the bat, and a tremendous play there for out number 1 as that'll bring in Ben Ziegler. Picked up his 7th multi-hit game on the year. First pitch, he takes inside for ball number 1. 2 for 3 here today. Single back in the first, and then it ripped a double to left center, and a ball that just kept on tailing towards the gap. 1-0. Breaking ball drops in on the outside corner. Counts even at 1-1. Ziegler now with his 6th multi-hit game this week. Looking for his 4th 3-hit game. The 1-1, another backdoor breaker dropping in on the outer half. It's 1-2. Ziegler had a 3-hit game back against Ridgefield last Sunday, then also had a 3-hit game last night. It's the 0-2. Runs high and away, counts even at 2-2. Also had one against Edmonton as well. He's looking for his 4th 3-hit game this week. 2-2. Fastball misses high and away, and it's a full count. Nick Hovland on deck for the Black Bears. And Ziegler looking to get on for the 3rd time today. The payoff pitch, curveball, skied in the straightaway center. Now ranging over to his right is Casper as the wind carries this one towards the gap, and he is able to make the catch for out number 2. So Brady Casper makes the catch for the first out, Riley Casper for the 2nd. And there's 2 away and nobody on for Nick Hovland here in the bottom of the 7th. Black Bears out hitting the Elks 8-5. They had 4 hits back an inning ago. First pitch to Hovland. He's swinging. A ground ball. Backhanded stop by Jackson in the 6th hole. The throw to first. The scoop by the first baseman Bill Lozier, but they're going to say that he was off the bag. So we're going to have to see how they rule that. A bang-bang play, and they're going to call it an error. So Hovland on for the 2nd time today. Still without a hit, though, as his 6-game hit streak is in jeopardy. They call it an error on Elijah Jackson on the throw. As the inning will continue for John Olson. An RBI double. An inning ago to tie us up at 2 before Aaron Parker had the RBI single to give the Black Bears the lead. 2 outs and a runner at first. The first pitch. Olson takes a curveball and drops in over the inner 3rd for strike number 1. So now the 44th error by Bend here this year. They sit 15th in the West Coast League in errors. They now have 4 here this weekend. 0-1. Olson takes down and in. As Averett trying to get the same spot with the breaking ball. This one a little too far south. Count even at 1-1. 9-1-2 for Ben in the top half of the 8th inning. No one warming up for the Black Bears. Going to see if Skylar Manelski's going to come out for his second inning of work. Averett set the 1-1. The slider popped up and out of play on the right side, and it's 1-2. Olson 1 for 3 today. That double right down the right field line to give the Black Bears. Bring in Ben Ziegler. Hovland a good lead over at first. Here comes the 1-2. Slider, and Olson's able to spoil it. A nice pitch there from Averett. That ball a little bit off the outer half. And Olson doing a nice job being able to keep himself in the count. Olson now up to 11 RBIs here this year for the Portland, Oregon native. Averett stares in, gets the sign and comes set, working from the first base side of the rubber. Here comes the 1-2 once again. The sinker misses down and in as Averett switched up the delivery there. And coming over the top, that time coming from almost a three-quarter sidearm action. So now the count even at 2-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Black Bears in search for insurance runs. The 2-2, a slider that Olson's able to foul off once again back to the screen. Olson a strikeout back in the 3rd. He was sat down looking. As the starter here today for Ben Decker Stedman finished the game with 3 strikeouts. As this season has progressed, these starters have started to go deeper into games. Stedman finishing right around 100 pitches this afternoon. Olson looking to continue to battle. Here it is. The fastball well high. Non-competitive pitch there from Averett. As now the count is run full. Hovland over at first will be going on the pitch. Aaron Parker, the catcher, on deck working on a 2-hit day. Olson trying to keep this inning going. Averett comes set. Payoff pitch. Slider misses low for ball number 4. A great take by John Olson, who's on for the 2nd time today. As that puts 2 runners on for Aaron Parker. John Olson continuing to work deep counts here against Ben pitching this afternoon. As Aaron Parker digs in. First multi-hit game as a Black Bear for him today. 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and an RBI. He digs in from the right side with 2 outs and 2 on. First pitch. He takes a strike on the outer half for strike number 1. The slider catching the outer black. Parker now down 0-1 as now it looks like we are going to have a pinch runner. It's like Matthew Schwartz going to come in for John Olson as Olson's day is done. So he finishes the day 1 for 3 with an RBI double and a walk as Matthew Schwartz now checks into the game. So the Black Bears trying to get a little speed over at first. It's Aaron Parker down 0-1 in the count. Now up to 3 RBIs on the year, looking for his first multi-RBI game as well. 0-1. Changeup misses inside as Parker gets the count back to even at 1-1. He's gone up the middle in each of his 2 hits here today. A nice job keeping the barrel through the zone for the UC Santa Barbara Gaucho. 1-1. Slider ripped into left center for a base hit. Rounding third and heading for home is Hovland. He will score as Aaron Parker now 3 for 4 on the afternoon. Bringing in Nick Hovland. He has his first multi-RBI game as a Black Bear as Cowlitz doubles up their lead. It's 4-2 on the bottom of the 7th. And that will bring out Joey Wong, who will make a call to the bullpen. So that's going to be the day for Wally Averett as he will depart the game with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning and 2 on and a run already in. The Black Bears lead 4-2 here at Story Field. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
Call the guard, that's weather guard.
Call the guard, that's weather guard.
When it rains cats in St. Bernard.
When it rains cats in St. Bernard.
We'll keep you dry in the rain or snow.
We'll keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
577-7200.
If you need a roof, don't look too hard.
If you need a roof, don't look too hard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard.
Weather guard!
The Cowlitz Black Bears are back and ready for you at Story Field. It's another summer of family-friendly fun. Plus, the Black Bears can host your birthday party, after-work get-together, or even your nonprofit can host a night and make extra money for your organization. Create a summer of great family memories with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Don't miss a single inning of Cowlitz Black Bears baseball with special events all summer long. See the schedule online, get tickets at the gate, or right now, Bears.com.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather guard!
4-2, the Black Bears lead in the bottom of the seventh inning after Aaron Parker picking up another RBI single this afternoon. Wally Averett, his day is done in relief. He goes an inning and a third here today. 2 hits with 2 walks and no strikeouts for the right-hander as he gives way to another right-hander. It'll be Jack Slominski making his second appearance here this year at Scottsdale Community College, a 5.40 ERA. Inning and 2/3 against Yakima Valley back on June 23rd. 2 hits, 1 run that was earned, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout for the right-hander from Scottsdale, Arizona. Second summer for him and Bend after making 8 appearances and 6 starts last year. First pitch to Brock Bozette. Fastball outside for ball number 1. Schwartz at second with Aaron Parker over at first, and the Black Bears leading 4-2. Black Bears 3 unanswered runs over the last 2 innings. They got 2 in the bottom half of the 6th and then 1 here in this bottom half of the 7th, but threatening for more. The 1-0. Fastball well outside from the tall, lanky right-hander. It's 2-0. At Scottsdale Community College this past year after spending his first 2 years at Grand Canyon, spent 2020 and 2021 with the Antelopes. Back in 2021, a 7.16 ERA, made 2 starts, 16 and 3rd innings, 24 hits, 13 runs that were earned. 2-0. Fastball ripped, but right to the shortstop Jackson, who goes to a knee to make the catch for out number 3 as he robs Brock Bozette of a base knock. And the side is retired. So Slominski comes in and does his job with the Black Bears. They're able to add an insurance run here in the bottom of the 7th. They score 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and they leave 2 runners left on base. We head to the 8th at Story Field. The Black Bears leading 4-2. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
Hi, it's Jess and Bobby checking in from the Grown Man's Candy Store. I'm sure we can all agree that Mother Nature has been a little, unpredictable this year,
To say the least, but one thing you can predict is steel's power and reliability.
At Cowlitz River Rigging, we carry a wide variety of superior steel, gas, and battery-powered equipment to get all your jobs done.
Cowlitz River Rigging.
1540 Industrial Way in Longview.
Depend on us.
Your Cowlitz Black Bears are back at Story Field this summer. Get out and join your neighbors for family-friendly fun. A Black Bears baseball game is a perfect reason to meet with friends and coworkers. Black Bears baseball is made possible by Peace Health, Fiber Federal Credit Union, Pacific Tech Construction, Bob's Sporting Goods, McDonald's in Longview and Woodland, and the Bud Clary Auto Group. Don't miss a single inning of Black Bears baseball. Tickets at the gate or right now at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Black Bears got an insurance run in the bottom half of the 7th inning. They left 2 runners on, as now Skylar Manelski back out for his 2nd inning of work, as he's looking to try to keep this a 2-run game. As we'll be at 9-1-2 coming up for the Bend Elks here in the top half of the 8th inning. The Black Bears trying to take a game here against the Elks here this weekend after dropping the first 2, trying to avoid their second sweep, being swept for the 2nd time. First pitch to Isaiah Burke, a fastball, catches the outside corner, and it's 0-1 from the sidewinder. Some defensive changes in front of the Black Bears. Moving from 3rd to 1st is Nick Hovland. Moving from short to 3rd is Brock Bozette and Matthew Schwartz in the game at 2nd. The 0-1. Fastball, a little jam shot right to Schwartz. He gloves it, and now he's going to bobble it. So the leadoff man, Isaiah Burke, is going to reach on the error by Matthew Schwartz, who just came into the game. And so that'll bring up the top of the order, and the tying run coming to the plate. So Elijah Jackson now with no outs and a runner over at first after the leadoff man aboard. Jackson here today, 1 for 3. First pitch, he's swinging, he rips it down the right field line, but out of play, it's 0-1. Elijah Jackson, the Chico State product, D2 school in California, extended his hit streak to 10 games with a single back in the first. He's 14 for his last 36 at the plate and 8 for his last 20. The 0-1 slider, a hard liner through the left side for a base hit. The first 2 are on here in the top of the 8th inning as the tying run stands over at first after the error and the single. And so now Evan Scavato with a big opportunity as we are going to get a pinch runner for the runner out on 2nd, Isaiah Burke. It's going to be Jude Hall from Yavapai College pinch running as Isaiah Burke ends the day 0 for 3. Jude Hall out of Yavapai, the same school as Ben Ziegler out in center field. As the Black Bears, they got that insurance run in the bottom half of the 7th. That one might end up being big. Wally Averett, his final line, inning in the 3rd. 2 hits, 1 run that was unearned with 2 walks. After coming in for Decker Stedman back in the 6th. Evan Scavato digs in, showing bunt. First pitch. He whiffs on the bunt attempt, but this one goes all the way to the backstop. So now he's going to be able to be free swinging as both runners advance 90 feet. Scavato just missed on the bunt. So now Scavato with a chance to tie this game up. 0-1 the count with no outs. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. The tying run standing out at 2nd. Corners are in. The pitch, cut on and miss. A huge act there from Scavato, who was trying to put one into the Black Bears bullpen. Now to shorten up, down 0-2. 7th multi-hit game on the year for Scavato. As Manelski comes set, his 0-2. Fastball and a nice spoil by Scavato. Able to line it over down the right field line. Scavato now has hit streak to 6 games. 10 for 23 at the plate over the hit streak for the sophomore from the University of Portland. The 0-2. He's just able to fight it off once again as he sends it back to the screen. Manelski has given up a run in his last 4 appearances. Seventh time he's working into multiple innings in relief here this year. The 0-2 once again. Sinker just misses inside. And the count moves to 1-2. So Hall at 3rd, Jackson out at 2nd, first base open. Black Bears trying to get to 1 game under 500. 1-2, fastball, high chopper, up the middle, Schwartz to his left, fields it, will fire it to first in time as Jude Hall comes in to score. Evan Scavato picks up the RBIs, now the tying run stands 90 feet away here in the top of the 8th inning. Scavato now RBI number 12 here this year. As that'll bring in Paul Myro with a chance to tie this one up. Alex Brady starting to get loose out in the left field bullpen for the Black Bears. 4-3 your score with one out. The first pitch, the sinker runs high and in for ball number 1. Benda scored in the first, the 5th, and now the 8th. Trailing by 1 as the run comes in. The 1-0. Fastball hit high in the air to straightaway center. This might be deep enough. Ziegler makes the catch. Tagging from third is Jackson as the throw is offline. And a sacrifice fly for Paul Myro ties us up here in the top of the 8th inning. It's a new ball game here with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Myro picks up RBI number 11 here this year. His now 4th on the weekend. As now there's 2 outs for Wilson Weber, but nobody on here in a tie game in the top of the 8th inning. Weber 0 for 3 today. The first pitch he sees, a slider on the inside corner, call for strike number 1. Weber a pair of groundouts and struck out looking back in the 6th. 3 strikeouts today for Ryan Harmon in his 3rd start, going 6 for the Black Bears. The 0-1. Fastball. Once again, on the outside corner, it's 0-2. So Manelski trying to limit the damage here in the top of the 8th inning. It's an error by Matthew Schwartz and a single by Elijah Jackson. The 0-2, cut on and miss for strike number 3, and the side is retired. But Ben, they're able to tie this one up here in the top of the 8th inning. They score 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and they leave no runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Black Bears looking to take the lead once again. Tied up at 4 between Ben and Cowlitz. You're listening to Cowlitz, Black Bears Baseball.
Here at Fiber Federal Credit Union, we're just like any other family. Sometimes you like getting together for a big old family shindig. Other times it would be really great if that family shindig could just be virtual. At Fiber Federal, we always love seeing you at any of our 16 locations, but don't feel like you need to see us face-to-face all the time. With online and mobile banking, mobile deposits, our nationwide network of ATMs, and 24/7 call center, you can visit us anytime, anywhere. And now, several locations feature ITMs with virtual representatives for basic transactions, like withdrawals, cash and check deposits, transfers, loan payments, and balance inquiries. That saves you time for more important things, like seeing your mother in person. She told us to say that. Fiber Federal Credit Union. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union. FiberCU.com. Member NCUA.
Call the guard, that's weather guard.
Call the guard, that's weather guard.
When it rains cats in St. Bernard.
When it rains cats in St. Bernard.
We'll keep you dry in the rain or snow.
We'll keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
577-7200.
If you need a roof, don't look too hard.
If you need a roof, don't look too hard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard. Weather guard!
Pinch hitter for the Black Bears to lead things off will be Austin Smith. First pitch he sees, he fouls off down the left field line for strike number 1, as that means Nick Miller's day is done as he finishes the day over 2 with a walk. It's Austin Smith digging in from the left side. After not getting the start here today, the 0-1. Tap foul up the first base line quickly, 0-2. Austin Smith now in his 8th game for the UC San Diego Triton, hitting .346 this year. 9 hits and 26 plate appearances with a pair of RBIs. 1 for 4 last night. Now 3 for 9 in the series. The 0-2. Fastball backs him off from Slominski as the count moves to 1-2. Jack Slominski back out for his first full inning of work in a tie ball game here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Another one between these two coming down to the final innings. The 1-2. Fastball. Smith just able to fight it off. And we'll do it again. We were tied heading to the 9th back on Friday. Bend able to win 9-8 after Black Bears walked in the go-ahead run. Last night, the Black Bears had 3 runs to cut it to a 2-run game in the bottom of the 9th inning. Had the bases loaded, but weren't able to come up with that one big hit. The 1-2, the breaking ball misses high and away. Counts even at 2-2 to Smith. 2 walks to 2 strikeouts here this year for the freshman. 2-2. Fastball, he's able to spoil it off on the outside heater, and we'll do it again. Smith only been held hitless in 1 game this year. That was back on Wednesday against Edmonton when he went 0 for 3. And has come in, become an everyday player here for Allen Embry. 2-2 once again, a breaking ball. Chopper up the middle for a base hit. So the pinch hitter works out as Austin Smith leads off the bottom of the 8th inning with a single. As the go-ahead run now and potential winning run standing over at first. As Ethan Stacy will now dig in. So Stacy will dig in, 1 for 2, a single and a walk to go along with the ground out and an RBI. As a quick look over at Smith has him diving back in. Smith 1 for 1 on stolen bases this year. I have to think Stacy might be in for a bunt. The third baseman, Scavato, playing well in. It's the first pitch he shows, but pulls it back. He's ahead in the count, 1-0. Bo Sylvester into the game behind the plate after the 1-0. Fastball on the outside corner. Counts even at 1-1. A back pick down to first, and Smith just able to dive back in. The first baseman, Delosier, can't believe it. Neither could Joey Wong, who bounced out of that first base dugout jumping. Sylvester showing off the arm after Isaiah Burke was pinch ran for by Jude Hall. Back in the top half of the 8th, the 1-1. Stacy shows bunt once again, pops it up. Sylvester makes the catch, the throw down to first. The stretch by Delosier. He kept the back foot on the bag, and it's a double play. Smith caught in no man's land as Stacy pops up the bunt. As now there's 2 away just like that here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Sylvester showing off the athleticism behind the plate in the strong arm. So now there's 2 away for the top of the order and Sam Canton. First pitch to Canton. Curveball misses outside for ball number 1 for Slominski. Slominski now through an inning. About to throw pitch number 15 here today. The 1-0. Fastball, Canton slaps one through the left side for a base hit as this one's going to roll all the way down the line. Canton rounding first, heading for second as the left fielder Schnapp has some trouble with it, and Sam Canton will pull into second with a 2-out double, and the go-ahead run standing in scoring position for Callan Halverson. Canton, who was hitless here today, finally able to come through here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He's now reached base in 12 straight games as Callan Halverson now with the chance to give the Black Bears the lead once again. Canton on at second with Halverson at the plate after the second double on the year from Canton. The first pitch to Halverson. Swinging, line drive into right center for a base hit. Rounding third and heading for home and scoring easily is Sam Canton as Callan Halverson gives the Black Bears the lead once again here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 5-4 Black Bears. Halverson with his league-leading 22nd RBI on the year as the Black Bears answer right back. They will lead heading to the top of the 9th inning, but they're not done yet. Ben Ziegler trying to get some insurance here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Halverson wasn't wasting any time, taking the first pitch slider and sticking with it. He leads off of first with 2 outs. The first pitch to Ziegler, a line drive up the middle for a base hit. Ben Ziegler with his 4th 3-hit game of the week will extend the inning for Nick Hovland. Ziegler continues to just swing a ridiculously hot bat. And Slominski in some trouble as the inning continues for Nick Hovland. A right-hander now starting to get warm out in the right field bullpen as the Black Bears trying to take a game here this weekend against the Bend Elks and avoid being swept for the second time this year. The Black Bears 6 games back at Corvallis coming into today. 6th in the South Division. Nick Hovland with the opportunity. 0 for 3 today. Has reached twice. He walked and reached on an error and came in to score an inning ago. 2 outs and 2 on. Halverson out at second, Ziegler at first. First pitch. Fastball misses high and away for ball number 1. The Black Bears trying to figure out how to win a tight ball game after dropping a couple close ones over the past 7 days. They were walked off last Sunday against Ridgefield. Shut out 1-0 back on Tuesday. It's the 1-0. Hovland pops it up behind home plate. Sylvester giving chase, and he's going to run out of room as this one will end up a souvenir. Counts even at a ball and a strike. Hovland, a pair of strikeouts today. His 6-game hit streak in jeopardy if he's not able to come with the base knock here. Trying to add to his 5 RBI weekend for the junior from the University of Washington. He's got good speed on the base pass. As Slominski comes set at the belt. The 1-1. Cut on and miss on the outside breaking ball. And it's 1-2. Hovland will now have to shorten up. Here at 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Black Bears leading 5-4 thanks to Callan Halverson RBI single. He stands on second. Slominski, the lanky right-hander, takes a look back at him. The 1-2 slider got him swinging for strike number 3 as Hovland strikes out for the 3rd time today. But the Black Bears, they're able to regain the lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. They score 1 run on 4 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 runners left on base. We head to the 9th at Story Field. The Black Bears looking to close out game number 3 here this weekend. They lead 5-4. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
The Cowlitz Black Bears are back and ready for you at Story Field. It's another summer of family-friendly fun. Plus, the Black Bears can host your birthday party, after-work get-together, or even your nonprofit can host a night and make extra money for your organization. Create a summer of great family memories with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Don't miss a single inning of Cowlitz Black Bears baseball with special events all summer long. See the schedule online, get tickets at the gate, or right now at blackbears.com.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200. Weather Guard.
The Black Bears lead 5-4 as we go to the top of the 9th inning here at Story Field. And game number 3 this weekend, Skylar Manelski. His day is done after 2 innings here today as he gives way to the Longview native, Alex Brady, coming on looking for his first save here this summer. 1-1 with a 6.48 ERA. 8 1/3 innings here this year with 4 walks to 11 strikeouts, giving up 7 hits through 2/3 of an inning against Bend back on Friday. 3 hits, 2 runs that were earned, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. He will face off against Brady Casper, Riley Casper, and Nick Schnapp. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Elks here this afternoon. Alex Brady coming on, trying to close this one out for the Black Bears, who look to salvage game number 3 here this weekend against the Bend Elks. It's been a fun weekend. Every game has come down to the final inning. As it will be Brady Casper, the first to greet him, a lefty-on-lefty matchup. Here comes the first pitch from Brady. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Brady Casper, arguably the hottest hitter for the Bend Elks here this weekend. Digging in from the left side. He's 0 for 3 here today. Grounded out twice and reached on an error. Has 2 home runs this weekend. The 0-1. Fastball misses high and in. Counts even at a ball and a strike. Final line for Skylar Manelski. 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 runs, neither of them earned, with a strikeout for the Sidewinder here in his 12th appearance this year. Brady working from the windup. His 1-1. Fastball a little too far high. It's 2-1. Bend with only 6 hits here today. Ryan Hardman, the starter, he gave up 5 of those. Manelski only 1 hit over his 2 innings. The 2-1. Fastball high and away. 3-1 now the count. Casper represents the tying run. His brother in the on-deck circle, Riley Casper, would represent the go-ahead run if Brady can get on base. Here comes the 3-1. Fastball popped up behind home plate. Parker tosses the mask by the net, leaps into the net, and he made the catch! Aaron Parker flashing the letter once again, able to make the catch going into the net for out number 1. As the Elks are down to their final 2 outs. Second time we've seen a Black Bears catcher make a catch crashing into the protective netting behind home plate. Alec Arnone had one last night, and Aaron Parker making the play here in the top of the 9th inning. So 1 gone for Riley Casper. He digs in. 1 for 3 here today. First pitch he sees. He's swinging. A high chopper up the middle. Over to his left is Schwartz. He gloves it. The throw on the run in time. The Elks down to their final out here on Sunday. And it'll be Nick Schnapp with 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. The Black Bears leading 5-4, looking to get to a game under 500 and snap this 4-game losing skid. Schnapp digs in. The first pitch from Brady. A fastball, a little too far outside from the southpaw. It's 1-0. Schnapp 0 for 2, a line out, and then a sacrifice fly followed by a ground out. The 1-0. Fastball hit high in the air. This one carrying the left center. Ziegler on the run at the track will make the catch, and that will do it. The Cowlitz Black Bears salvage a game here this weekend against the Bend Elks, taking game number 3 by a final score of 5-4. The Black Bears snap a 4-game losing streak as they get to 10-11 on the year and gain a game on the Bend Elks in the South Division. The Black Bears coming from behind once again here today. After going down early on in this one, we are tied up going to the bottom of the 8th. And Callan Halverson, an RBI single to give the Black Bears the lead. And Alex Brady able to come in and pick up his first save here in 2022. The win here today goes to Skylar Manelski, while the loss goes to Jack Slominski, while Alex Brady picks up the save here on Sunday afternoon. The Black Bears, rather the Elks, 4 runs on 6 hits and an error. The Black Bears, 5 runs on 13 hits and 2 errors in a game that took 2 hours and 22 minutes here on a hot Sunday afternoon. But the Black Bears finally able to get one here against the Bend Elks this weekend after the first 2 games were classics. Today, another tight one between these 2 very good teams. Bend drops to 14-7 on the year. They dropped their first game in 5 tries. Cowlitz 10-11 now on the year. They move to 5-7 here at Story Field as Bend drops to 500 on the road. The Black Bears snap a 4-game losing streak and they avoid the sweep here this weekend. Your final score once again: the Black Bears 5 and the Bend Elks 4. That ends a 6-game homestand for the Black Bears. They will now hit the road and head to Canada for 6 games starting on Tuesday against the Victoria Harbor Cats up in Victoria. I'll be there on Mixler.com to bring you all the action from north of the border. And then the Black Bears, they come back home after the 3-game set in Victoria and a 3-game set in Kamloops. And then they head to Portland for a 3-game set before they finally get back to Story Field. that following weekend. Well, I'll just about do it for me here this weekend. It was a good series between two very good teams, and the Black Bears able to take game number 3 here this weekend by a final score of 5-4. Brent Riley signing off for the final time here this weekend. Been a pleasure, as always. You've been listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixler.com and on streaming online on YouTube.